Hi everyone in YouTube world. I did a little bit of holiday shopping, and so when I did a little bit of holiday shopping, I ended up going into the doll aisle because I can't resist dolls this time of year. Actually, I can't resist dolls any time of year because I'm just one of those doll collectors where if I see it, I definitely have to budget it in. So I went ahead and grabbed these two, and I have some stories about these two dolls. And so with Mava, she is an older doll from our generation. And I'll tell you something about some of the local Targets that are in my neck of the woods. There's always like one super Target that I usually go to like once a year, if that. And this Target has been known to carry like a lot of older things, like a lot of things that have been retired from our generation. And so I watched a couple reviews years ago on this doll, and I kept thinking, well, if I see her, maybe I'll pick her up. But I haven't seen her of lately, so I thought I'd missed my chance to scoop her up. So when I went to the Super Target, I ended up checking her out, and she's got like a whole bunch of cool things. And I think once I did the math for how much it would cost for me to pierce some of my American Girl doll's ears that I got of lately, I just felt like, I'm not really sure if I want to pay the extra price to get doll piercings. So when I saw that this doll has her ears pierced and she comes with all kinds of accessories, I gave her a second look and I brought her home. So there she is. And she's in the box, so I'll probably do a review of these two dolls a little bit later. I just wanted to show you guys what I ended up finding at my local Target. And so this doll, Ashanti, was not on my list just because I was trying to be really, really frugal this year when it came to selecting dolls. And even though I saw her, I thought, well, I'm not really um, in the mood to get a doll who's like a hairdresser or like anything affiliated with like the hair salon or hair studio. Just because, again, I liked that kind of thing when I was a little girl, but of lately, I just tried to steer my attention towards just collecting dolls and what I wanted for my doll collection. And so when I saw this doll, I just kept going back to her. Like I would pick her up, I would look at her, I would put her back on the shelf, and then I would walk away, and then I would go back. And I found myself doing this like two or three times. So I'm so glad that no one was like really staring at me or looking at me to see what I was doing, because I must have gone back again for her like three times, doing the same exact thing, looking her up and down, looking at the quality of her hair. And so I think I picked out the best one. They had like three or four Ashantis, and she just had like a super, super sweet face. And that's what kept me picking the box up. Like every time I just kept looking at her face, I just thought, oh my gosh, I have to bring her home. And I did. She's, unlike Mava, she's actually a newer doll. And so I believe she was just recently released from our generation. And she's got these super cool highlights. And I love the texture of her curls and her rooted hair. And she also has earrings. So I'm going to see during the review of her if I can, if these earrings come unattached. But another selling feature that allowed me to take her home was this little feature right here. And you guys guessed it. Some of you know exactly what this is. This is a jar of hair cream. And I'm sure you guys have seen a pic before, but hair cream hair cream is synonymous with the African American community and with African American females in general. I think every African American girl remembers her mother sitting her in the kitchen with the hot comb, going through her hair, and with each little part, some hair cream would be applied to the scalp. And so when I saw that this little doll had hair cream, I was like, no, you're coming home with me, little girl. little girl doll, you're coming home with me, because I cannot resist a little doll with hair cream. And she had some hair cream. So I scooped her up. And another thing that I wanted to show you guys was this little feature right here. This feature is an accessory, but I don't know if you guys know from my former videos, I would sometimes reference Steel Magnolias. And there is a character in Steel Magnolias that is a hairdresser, and she has an assistant, and her assistant is played by Daryl Hannah, and she has some glasses similar to this. And when I saw that the glasses were mainly a lavender color with some beautiful flowers that kind of remind me of colorful magnolias, I thought, oh my gosh, of course it was meant for me to pick this doll up, because she is like Steel Magnolias, and she reminds me of Truvy in Steel Magnolias, where she had her hair salon, and her assistant wore these kind of glasses. So these glasses are going on Ashanti. And so recently they did an African American version of Steel Magnolias. I shouldn't even say recently. I think it came out like years and years ago. That they did it like around the early 2000s, if not like 2006, 2007, maybe even 2008. They did a Steel Magnolias with an African American cast. And so either way, that one was great too, but I love the original. So these glasses are going on Ashanti, and she is going to be that hairdresser character from Steel Magnolias. So this is my last find. When I went to the Super Target, the one that I rarely go to, I was telling you guys how sometimes it has like retired items, and I had been wanting this item for so long from our generation, but in the past I saw it and I just didn't have this on my list, so I would always bypass it. And then actually not too long ago, I felt like I haven't seen these recently. I didn't know if they had stopped making them or if they retired them, but either way, I said if I see it again, I'll buy it. And they had like they had like maybe 6 or 7 of these. So I had to pick it up. And I always look for the one that I think has the best quality. And so this one was really nice. It comes with a camera, all kinds of sweets, candied apple. I love the cake. And so this is called RSB Me Party Planning Set. And I figured this would really go well with some of my older dolls. So not only did I find Maeve, who I thought was retired, I was able to find this party planning set. So Maeve might be my party planner just because I found it on the same day. I found these 2 sets on the same day. So I'll definitely do a review of these 2 dolls once I get them all wiped down and taken out of the box, and I'll let you guys know what all they come with.